You sit down to pray. You finally get a moment of silence. No noise, no distractions, just you and God. And then it happens. A thought, sharp, uninvited, loud. What if none of this is real? What if you're just talking to yourself? Or worse, something dark, something twisted, something you don't even want to repeat out loud. And instantly, your chest tightens, your heart drops, because the thought isn't just there. It feels like it came from you. And now you're asking the question that terrifies you the most. If I'm really saved, why would I think this? You start replaying it, over and over, trying to figure out where it came from, trying to prove to yourself that it's not you. But the more you analyze it, the louder it gets, the darker it feels, until eventually, you don't just feel guilty, you feel fake, like your entire faith is a lie, like maybe you've been fooling yourself this whole time. But listen carefully, because what I'm about to say might save you from losing your mind. Just because a thought appears in your head does not mean it came from your heart. There's a difference most people never learn, and it's costing them their peace. There is a difference between a thought you generate and a thought that gets dropped into your mind. One is born, the other is injected. And if you don't understand that distinction, you will spend your life fighting the wrong enemy. Think about your mind like a house. Not every knock on the door is a guest you invited. Some are intruders, some are noise, some are just random chaos. But somewhere along the way, you were taught something dangerous. You were taught that every thought equals identity, that if it's in your head, it must be you. And that lie is destroying people, because now every intrusive thought becomes evidence against you. Every dark idea becomes a verdict. Every doubt becomes a sentence. But that's not how this works. Let me give you a better picture. You're using your computer. Everything is normal. And suddenly, a disgusting pop-up appears on your screen. Did you search for it? No. Did you ask for it? No. Did you want it? Absolutely not. So what do? You close it. You don't sit there analyzing it. You don't question your identity over it. You don't say, wow, this must mean something about me. You just close it and move on. But when it comes to your mind, you do the opposite. A thought pops up, and instead of closing it, you stare at it. You investigate it. You panic over it. You try to figure it out. And in doing so, you give it power it was never supposed to have. You're not fighting the thought anymore. You're feeding it. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. The fact that the thought disturbs you is the evidence that it doesn't belong to you. Read that again. If you were truly aligned with that thought, it wouldn't bother you. It wouldn't scare you. It wouldn't make your stomach turn. You would agree with it. You would embrace it. But you don't. You hate it. You resist it. You're afraid of it. And that reaction is not proof of failure. It's proof of life. It's proof that something inside you is fighting. There's a reason it hurts. Because it's hitting something you care about. People who don't care about God don't panic over blasphemous thoughts. They don't lose sleep over it. They don't question their salvation over it. But you do. And that matters. Now let's talk about the real battle. Because this isn't just about thoughts. This is about strategy. The goal of that thought is not just to exist. The goal is to make you doubt who you are, to make you question your standing, to make you step out of the fight without anything ever touching your heart. If the enemy can convince you that you're not saved, you'll disqualify yourself. You'll stop praying. You'll stop believing. You'll stop showing up, and he wins, without ever needing to change your behavior, just your identity. That's why this battle is in your mind, because if your mind collapses, everything else follows. So how do you fight back? Not by arguing with the thought, not by trying to outthink it, not by chasing a feeling. You fight by replacing it. You don't defeat a lie by studying it. You defeat it by introducing truth. When the thought says, "You're not real," you don't sit there debating it for 10 minutes. You answer it with truth, whether you feel it or not, because truth does not require your emotions to be valid. A courtroom verdict doesn't change based on how you feel. It stands because it's been declared. And this is where most people lose. They are waiting to feel peace before they believe truth. But it's the other way around. You stand on truth, and peace follows later. Sometimes, much later. And that's okay, because peace is not the absence of noise. Peace is the presence of something stronger than the noise. You can be in the middle of a storm and still be safe. You can have chaos in your mind and still be grounded. You can feel everything shaking and still not be lost, because your security was never built on your thoughts. It was built on something finished, something outside of you. So the next time it happens, and it will happen, don't panic, don't spiral, don't turn it into a crisis. Recognize it for what it is, a thought, nothing more. It came in. It can leave. You don't have to attach to it. You don't have to own it. You don't have to become it. Let it pass, like a bird flying overhead. You can't always stop it from flying, but you can stop it from building a nest. And right now, that's your job. Not perfection, not silence, not a perfectly clean mind. Just this. Don't let it stay. Don't let it root. Don't let it define you. Because this battle, it was never about how clean your thoughts are. It's about what you choose to stand on when they're not. So make a decision, not based on how you feel, but based on what you know. You are not your thoughts. You are not your worst moment. You are not that voice in your head, and you are not disqualified. The noise can stay loud. The storm can keep raging, but it does not get to decide who you are. That's already been settled. So the next time it whispers, "You're fake. You're too far gone. God is done with you," you answer with one line, not a debate, not an argument, a decision. Not today. Not today, fear. Not today, doubt. Not today. You can have the noise, but you cannot have me.